What if? I'm Jeff Stein with today's Iowa Politics Report. I'm not a big fan of the what if game. What if this happened or what if that happened, as opposed to what did happen. But it did occur to me the other day, as Donald Trump prepared to push Grover Cleveland aside as the only president to return for a second but non consecutive term in office, what if Trump had won in 2020? I'm not weighing in on how votes were counted in that election, just saying, what if he had won? I'm tempted to say he would just be finishing up his 8th year in office and preparing to hand things off to a successor in about 6 weeks. But of course, when he started that second term, had he won in 2020, he would have found a Democrat majority in the House and another dozen impeachments or so, probably. Now, there would not have been a January 6th incident had Trump won in 2020. So in 2024, would Republicans have trusted Vice President Mike Pence to be Trump's successor? Would Trump have endorsed him? Or would there have been a long caucus and primary fight with someone else claiming to be a better heir to the MAGA throne than the man who had been number 2 for 8 years? Had Trump won in 2020, who would have won the Democrat nomination in 2024? Well, likely not Kamala Harris, who had a failed 2020 effort and would have still just been a U.S. Senator from California, as opposed to a sitting vice president. Hard to predict that, since in reality, no one seriously challenged Joe Biden in 2024, so we don't know who with aspirations would have raised their hand had it been an open seat. You can imagine names like Newsom and Whitmer would have been in the mix, though. Again, this is not a terribly interesting exercise, but it occurred to me that if Democrats, and yes, even some Republicans, were hoping to be rid of Trump as soon as possible, the 2020 outcome only prolonged that, because now his departure date will be January 20 of 2029. And that's the Iowa Politics Report for Thursday, December 5 on Twitter, Instagram, Getter, Threads, and Truth Social at Iowa Politics. I'm Jeff Stein on News Talk 1540, KXEL.